Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This time I'm meant to be dressed up as my take on a comic book makeup, or pop art, depending on how you look at it. I did actually do a female pop art makeup quite a while ago now. I'll pop that link on the screen there if you wanted to check that out. This is just my male version of it, and I had so much fun doing this makeup, you've no idea. It's one of those deceptively simple makeups, but it's so cartoony, it's such a laugh doing it. And to be honest, the suit kind of sets it all off, so yay. So, if you'd like to know how to recreate this makeup, stay tuned. So to get this tutorial started, I'm not going to be blocking out my eyebrows, for once. Shocker. I figured because I'm going to be painting over my beard, I thought I might as well paint over my eyebrows, so yeah. So the first step is going to be applying my foundation. I'm going to be using a Kyrolan TV paint stick. This is in 3W, which is kind of the closest shade to my own natural skin tone. Maybe a couple shades lighter. And I'm using this product because it's insanely thick and it covers everything, and I want this to look cartoony, so kind of a caricature of myself. So I'm going to take this and apply it all over my face, my neck and my ears. So once that's done, I can settle that with a translucent powder. This one's by Clinque. It doesn't really matter too much which setting powder you use, as long as you use something to set the base. So I'm just going to take a sponge and press that powder all over my face, my neck and my ears, and then brush off the excess. Okie dokie, so very flat, no contouring, that's kind of the point, because all of the contouring in this makeup is going to be obviously done with black lines. So speaking of which, the next thing I'm going to do is take a Superstar black watercolour and a super sharp angle brush, and with that I'm going to start drawing in a new shape for my eyebrows because I've been really looking forward to this bit. So I'm still going to follow the shape of my brow, but I'm going to make it go up at the ends and then taper it off further down just to give it a bit more expression, but you'll see as I go along. So very serious, slightly quizzical brows. So then, taking the black watercolour again, I can do a couple furrow lines down the middle of my face and then follow it through down my nose and then do some lines around the surrounding areas. Don't worry about this whole area in the middle being symmetrical at all, it looks better if it's not, to be honest. Okie dokie, so once I've done my nose, I can work on the cheeks. So the shape I'm going to go for is really overly masculine, to be honest. It's the kind of shape that whenever I do it, I always refer to Johnny Depp because it's that very chiseled cheek. So preferably it's best to do this in one brush stroke if you can, which is why I'm using a really thick angle brush. The idea is just to sweep it down, around and down again and just taper the line off. Then I can just thicken up this area here where it would be most hollow. I've already done it on this side here, so it's thin, and then gets thick in the middle. That's the closest you're going to get to be able to show any kind of depth in this makeup without doing any blending. And we do not want to do any blending in this. We want it to be very much an illustration. So super masculine. Yeah. So then, even though my hair's not going to be black, I am going to work on a really strong hairline. So taking the black watercolour again, I'm going to work on a really angled hairline. The reason I say angled is just so it ties in with everything else that's going to be on the face. It just makes everything look a little bit more serious. So once you're done, you should look something like this. Like a Lego minifigure. For the next step, I was going to draw on a new jawline, but I think to make this makeup a little bit more unique, I'm going to actually incorporate my little beard. I say little beard, you know what I mean. Obviously, it's completely optional for you guys out there, but I think it might look kind of cool, even if I don't have this little bit here, if I just did like a little chin strap going across. So I'm just going to continue my hairline down and then straight across, just to keep in with the angular theme. So there we are. I ended up making this part of the beard line a little bit smaller because it started to bring the face in a little bit too much for my liking. So obviously I've left my real part of my beard quite thick and I've trailed it off going along, so it could in theory be part of the jawline, but it could also be a beard. It's up to interpretation really. So then I can move up and work on some lip lines and my philtrum lines. So again, I'm going to take the black watercolour on a really sharp angle brush and I'm just going to start doing some rough outline of my lip and then draw a line or two going up my philtrum. So there we are, and it did just occur to me I'm starting to look a lot like Archer, which is absolutely fine. If you wanted to do an Archer makeup, bam. But this is going to look a lot different when we add the spots and everything else. But for now, yeah, Archer. Then, taking the same black watercolour again, I'm going to do a couple lines going underneath my eyes. Then, onto the really fun part, I'm going to start applying the dots. So I wasn't sure what colour I wanted to go with. I know when I did my last pop-up makeup, I did red and blue. I was going to do white, but I thought it might not show up enough against my skin tone, and I think red might be a bit too harsh, so I'm going to go with blue. So the colour I'm going to be using is by Superstar, and it's in Magic Blue. It's quite similar to the blue that I've got in my hair. It's a really lovely colour. And the way I'm going to do this, which I think was the same way that I did my last pop-up makeup, is to get the end of a makeup brush that's the right size that I need for the look. I'm going to dip that into the cake of makeup and then just apply it one at a time across my face. So I'm not going to apply it going across the entire face, I'm just going to have it going across one side. So once you're done, it should look something like this. Then I can take the black watercolour again and I can start tracing the outside of my ear and around my tragus on both sides. Then, with the black colour, again, I'm going to draw a few lines going down my neck. The last step is going to be doing my hair. So I could leave it blue, at least then it would match with the dots, but it's not really pop arty enough for me, so I'm going to make it bright yellow. So to do that, I'm going to take a mixture of yellow hairspray and a yellow neon gel. The hairspray doesn't matter too much, but the gel is by Superstar, so I'm going to run the gel through my hair a few times, and when that dries, I'm going to comb it through and then spray it with the yellow. So I'm just going to go outside to do it, just because there's more ventilation, and we'll see what it looks like. And just like that, neon yellow hair. Yeah. So then, all that's left for me to do is pop in some contacts, pop on a costume, and I do believe I'm done. And there we go. That's my look, officially complete. So I finished the look off by popping in 2 contact lenses, which are called Blue Mason lenses, and they are from camoeyes.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below. They aren't absolutely vital to the look, but they do look super cartoony, and they do match the blue dots on this side of the face, so I thought, why not? The costume that I popped on is actually the reason I did this makeup. Oh, I love it. It's actually from opposuits.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below as well. It's beautiful, isn't it? I think I've got a collection of like 6 of these now. I'm kind of addicted to them. And this suit is called the Badaboom suit, just in case you wanted to get one for yourself. And yeah, so that's my tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It is nice once in a while to do just a face paint as opposed to prosthetics and latex and whatnot, but yeah, I think I do a healthy mix. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you like my male version of my pop art makeup. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye guys!